we're going to be asking each other Poppy playtime questions, and if you guys have any questions about Poppy playtime, we're going to answer them the best we can.
Yeah.
And we'll probably use the internet for most of it.
So don't expect us to know everything, because some of us might know the actual games, and some of us do.
And some of us know more than the other.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, we meet Huggy in chapter 1.
Mm-hmm.
But is he the main person we have to worry about in chapter 1? Is there more to it than what we know?
I feel like there should be like more than one or two characters that would in chapter 1, and I feel like as well they could put more character to it in early on games rather than late game.
Yeah. And as you guys notice for chapter 1, for every single chapter, you have to eliminate at least one thing. One thing. Right?
Yeah.
But you notice in chapter 1, there's nothing to eliminate.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything to eliminate in chapter 2?
What are those? Oh my days. Let me get through one second. We know there's some characters, Barnaby, those mini Spooky Wookies, and Mommy Longlegs. So we eliminated the third options I've said, and I feel like they weren't have more springtime.
It was Mommy Longlegs we had to eliminate in chapter 2. Remember?
Oh, so you're right.
The machine, yeah. Okay, and then chapter 3 we had to eliminate Catnap.
Wait. Did we eliminate Barnaby as well? Because I remember the part that he was burnt through on fire or something heat that could burn him.
And I think it scared him.
Let me see.
Maybe again in chapter 4. I think you originally see him in chapter 2, but then you see him again in chapter 4, right?
Did we?
Did we see him in chapter 2 and then we see him again in chapter 4? Look this up.
Oh, they had Barnaby the whole time. I meant to say Yarnaby.
Yeah, it's Yarnaby. And when I played chapter 4, Yarnaby was still there.
Oh yeah, we did see early on the prototype.
But you don't get to see Yarnaby in chapter 5. So where did Yarnaby go? If we don't get to see Yarnaby in chapter 5, but we only see Yarnaby in chapter 4, where do you guys think Yarnaby went? Could there have been a secret elimination that we don't know about?
Let's see. Yarnaby dead.
When did Yarnaby die?
Yarnaby in chapter 4 of Public Playtime. eventually being trapped by a chain, ripped. Oh my lord! In half and burnt in lava.
But was that from us? Or was that from the prototype?
I think us player lead to the trap. So problems or the prototype.
Because you guys see, you get a glimpse of seeing the prototype in chapter 4. You guys get to see a glimpse of the prototype in chapter 4. If they remember it, they might not remember it. And then chapter 5, our elimination. Huh?
By a player character. So they're saying it was us being 𝕨𝕚𝕚 to its own death on the chains.
Okay. But we're helping the prototype, y'all. We are helping the prototype.
Are we?
Yes, each elimination is making the prototype stronger.
Oh, shoot, you're right. Because the prototype takes those parts
and
build it in the machines. Yeah, I can see a big
prototype stronger, y'all.
Yeah.
So are we siding with the prototype to the player than we know? Like, are we not a player? Are we actually someone who was working at Playtime Co?
I mean, we were a co-worker to a Public Playtime Factory, and us players didn't know that we were helping the prototype known as the experiments, but that was it. I mean, 1606, right? To gain more body parts. Like, we know the prototype got Huggy arms, mommy and long leg, head, some parts of Doughy, and the gas from Catnap.
Let me show you guys what the prototype looks like.
If y'all don't know.
This is the prototype. I'm also showing our Discord, but it's fine. This is what the prototype looks like.
But I've seen it.
Bring up an image of the prototype. Okay, this is another thing.
Yeah.
So you see the prototype has... Oh, snap. Wait, look.
Wait.
Yo, look whose arm it has. And she's not even part of the prototype yet.
Doughy. Well, no, that's Kissy Missy arms.
Yeah, and Kissy Missy wasn't even part of the prototype yet. Y'all, that's a giveaway. That's a dead giveaway. Low key, that's a giveaway right there.
During explosions, what if he grabbed it that the prototype knows the location where the player was during they was hiding?
Let's look at Kissy Missy. Let's see what Kissy Missy looked like when she got attacked. Did she have her arm still? In chapter 5, did she have her arm?
No, she lost her arm because she was trying her best to save us. But she still had her other arms, though.
Is anyone else like intrigued in this? So we're trying to look at the Kissy Missy attacking the prototype. So we're gonna have to just look up a thing instead of it. I'm gonna share my screen to you as well.
Okay.
We're gonna find like a video of it or something. Like a GIF of it showing. We'll just go to this one. Okay, you go here. So everyone's gonna look at her arm. When Kissy Missy attacks him, okay, we're gonna look at an image of it. When Kissy Missy attacks him, is her arm still there? Yo, there's a hidden camera right there. Look. Hold on, can I zoom in on it? No, I don't want to look at the video. You guys see the hidden camera right there? They see it.
Wait, what?
There's a hidden camera on Kissy Missy in chapter 5.
Let me see the video.
Right here, look at this area right here. You see the hidden camera?
Oh.
I didn't know there was that. So, here it is. So we have Kissy still there. Okay, she looks burnt.
Injured arms.
And then look, where's her arm, guys?
Yeah.
So in fact, indeed, her arm was grabbed by the prototype.
In Google, they say the prototype impairs Huggy Wuggy by the back, knock out Kissy Missy, but only one of them were dead, and which is Huggy Wuggy. And sadly out, that could mean Kissy Missy still breathing, or of surviving rate.
So it says the prototype revived Huggy Wuggy.
Well, he did at first, and he can do it again if he wants to. But since the prototype know Huggy Wuggy would betray the task that he been told.
So this is the scene that he's talking about. See how the prototype harmed Huggy Wuggy like that?
Yes.
So question is, did they die? Like, Kissy Missy's more likely to come back. I haven't seen anything of her being too harmed. Have you?
Yeah.
Crazy thing is, Kissy Missy only got her arm taken.
Because
But Huggy Wuggy gets harmed badly more than Kissy Missy.
But both of them were, because the arms was too much against Kissy Missy, and Huggy Wuggy been through pain and suffering from chapter 1 when we pull the heavy box and it kills the skin layers of Huggy Wuggy.
What do you guys think is you're gonna see in Poppy Playtime Chapter 6? Someone did an art of this thinking this is what it's gonna look like as the cover.
Yeah.
So far, apparently they say you can bring Lily Lovebraids back.
Yeah.
In chapter 6, and they say that her brother ends up bringing her back, Rory Redcape.
What was the brother?
About to bring him up right now. So, apparently he brings his sister Lily Lovebraids back. In the beginning of Poppy Playtime Chapter 6. Apparently. Now, a lot of this stuff is fan-made, so what we're saying may not be legit.
Yeah.
Keep in mind.
But who knows?
Yeah. Continue.
But who knows if I bring it up to chapter 7.
Yeah, and keep in mind this man brought back Gracie Green is still there. But she's also not.
Mm-hmm.
So in Lily Lovebraid's room, you'll see there's a little area where she talks to a certain thing. This right here.
Yeah.
So that is actually Gracie Green. But why is Lily Lovebraids taking care of Gracie Green's body? Because they're programmed in some sort of way to be nice and respectful to others. But you see, Lily Lovebraids doesn't know that that's her.
Mm-hmm.
And keep in mind, guys, Gracie Green is a messed up person in the situation. Telling people they could be toys and tricking people into giving up their freedom and saying they could rest forever with no issues. But then you see what happens in Poppy Playtime chapters. Something always happens to one of the kids.
It's like she has manipulated those people to give up their freedom and become those toys.
She manipulated Huggy into the toys, which are the little smiling critters before they became the evil-looking, creepy ones that hunt you out of anger. Before that, she would tell Huggy to put them in the bad toy box, which is a box where the little critters get turned evil or gotten rid of, as they say.
Yeah.
And so, yeah. And then Gracie Green tells people, remember, you are a toy. You've always been a toy. Now, people go based on the whole toy thing as us being someone else. Yes, we could be someone else. The player could be someone from the Poppy Playtime Co. But using that reference doesn't really help in the situation because only reason why Lily Lovebirds calls us a toy because in her eyes, everyone's a toy. Because of the tape that she's seen. She saw her own tape, but she didn't know that that was her.
Yeah.
Now, in the scene, does the prototype grab Lily at the end?
Who knows?
We have to, take a look at the ending images.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna look at some images because we don't want any copyright.
Yeah. Because short time part streamers, if that makes sense.
Yeah. So, as you can see, in Poppy Playtime Chapter 5, no one knows what the ending is, really.
Yeah.
You can just look at these things, and a lot of these are just people, thinking this is what's happening. There's a little... Okay, so that's the baby. So for those of you who don't know, baby, the little plushie baby is actually more than a plushie.
Yeah.
And doesn't have a mother, doesn't have a father, and all on his own. He lost his mom in chapter 2. When did he lose the father?
Yeah.
When did he lose that?
No idea.
When do you lose? When was he? So on August, oh, hold up, let me show it so where they can see it too. So on August 8th, 1995, all the experiments in the toys fought and attacked everyone in the factory.
Mm-hmm.
So it says, for those who don't know and are new to Playtime, the Hour of Joy is a tragic incident that happened at Playtime Co. on August 8th, 1995 at 11 a.m. This is where all the experiment toys fought back and killed everyone in the factory. It went for an hour.
That's straight hours.
Straight,
That's
endless hours. Just now, based on the Hour of Joy, is Lily Lovebreed's attack hour? No. Because Lily Lovebreed doesn't show up until chapter 5. The Hour of Joy has been passed. The Hour of Joy continued to chapter 3 and then started to stop at chapter 4. Because that's when every critter... You'd see the little critters, but you barely would see them. You see them at the beginning of chapter 4, looking all chaotic and crazy. And then you barely see them when you can walk into the building.
Yeah.
But yeah. And then chapter 5, you still see... You don't see the critters anymore. You just see the outside out. Is it inside out, outside out, inside out? Either way, it sounds terrible either way if it's outside out, inside out. Either one sounds bad.
I agree.
But yeah, during the hour of joy, that's when catnap started happening.
Yes.
Catnap happened during the hour of joy because catnap has the red smoke that makes all of the critters go night-night.
Yeah.
And then, question is, does the prototype then start taking them? Because now we gotta go back through the chapters of where's the prototype in these chapters now that we know that there's a prototype.
Yeah.
So does the prototype take them?
Who knows?
Because you see all of these plushies in chapter 4 on the floor. You don't know, you just see them laying there.
Yeah.
And then apparently there's more things that we're missing out on in chapter looked into.
Oh, yeah.
So have you ever noticed how Playtime Co. got attacked quickly? But there's like so few.
Mm-hmm.
So apparently those doctors, the ones during the hour of joy, the ones who survived before it, went somewhere else, but we don't know where they went.
Yeah, true.
They. So we look at Ludwig, 1989. Then we look at Hour of Joy, 1995. Following the uncovering of the prototype and Poppy Playtime Co., Elliot's body was discovered. So Elliot is the prototype. You hear Elliot's voice in chapter 4 guiding you to where and telling you to run. Because and it sounds like a little innocent boy. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think during that time, that's before Elliot became the prototype. But I very well could be wrong. And that was during chapter 3. You hear Elliot's voice talking to you and telling you like where to go and about the story. And then you see the story when you're in the cart. They tell you the story of the situation.
Mm-hmm.
I notice that Elliot doesn't talk to you anymore. Like Elliot's guiding you, but then within the chapter, you're on your own. Or on certain parts. Because that's the last time Elliot talked to you was when Elliot told you to run. That's the last time Elliot ever talked to you is when Elliot told you to run. Now you put 2 and 2 together. Elliot telling you to run. And the last time Elliot talked to you was Elliot becoming the prototype and running on his own. What do you think? Do you think Elliot was becoming the prototype during that time and saying run? but not saying run to us. Because Elliot sounded more panicky.
Yeah.
Wasn't worried when the power went out. Said, here's a key, here you go. But then during that one scene, the run scene, sounded panicky. And it actually sounded like Elliot was getting dragged. So yes, the child turned into the prototype, which is known as Oliver, also known as Ollie. It is implied that at some point in Ollie's life, he was left after being assaulted with a hammer by an unnamed individual or group, possibly his biological family. More than likely his father. His father, actually. His father is the one who did it.
Good Lord.
That means Poppy is more than likely a sister. Meaning Lily Lovebraids isn't tied within the family. But Lily Lovebraids, I don't know why she gets all mad about it.
A child abuse?
Yeah, that is.
Yeah.
So everyone knows. Well, I've had a lot of people ask me, why is it called Poppy Playtime, but you only see Poppy during certain chapters? Or during all of them? What do you think?
I think if we talk about why we only see Poppy,
yeah,
she's the only character that we know of. And if we talk about Playtime, the monster could be wanted us to play around and let us be suffering and pain. But I might be mistaken though.
So you see her at the end of chapter 1. You see her chapter 5. Wait a minute. It says Ollie parentheses falsely in chapter 4. Of which characters are in chapter 4?
𝕠𝕚𝕚
Falsely. It says parentheses falsely. Now, does that mean that, well, we already know that Ollie's a prototype by now. But does that mean that what could have happened to Ollie is Ollie was falsely accused?
I believe if you make a fake information about your own name, that could be true to someone that something. I'm not sure how to describe it though.
So the ones that say ruined critters means during that time you talk to them, they're already snatched. Bubba, the Boba Fett, ruined critters, mentally messed up and got snatched. You know. Crafty Corn got snatched. All of them got snatched. And as you hear in the situation, Ollie said, the only one that's still there is him. And then you have Huggy Wuggy's nightmare version. You have Poppy Playtime, Kissy Missy, Miss Delight. Then you have Miss Delight's sister on the VHS tape. And then you lose Miss Delight in that chapter. So you actually lose 2. You actually lose 2 people. You already lost the kids, so you lose 2 to 3 people in each chapter. Things. Because if you already lost the children, which are the critters, which they call them the ruined critters, because yeah, their faces are ruined and they look. Wait. You realize this too, right? Poppy's face was ruined, right? And if the critters are called the ruined critters, that means that the prototype got catnapped. That must mean that the voice that we heard from the phone, you know that voice? The voice that we heard from the phone could have been a VHS tape.
Oh, yeah.
Because think about it.
Or voice acting.
Yes, or voice acting. Like the prototype was the one talking to you.
Yeah. You know how, like, some AIs and other stuff can copy and, like, referencing your own voice and making it, like, exactly the same thing, how you sound like and all that stuff.
Look right there, it says VHS for Elliot Ludwig. But that sounded like a kid's voice. That means we were talking to the prototype the whole time. That means the prototype was leading us just to attack us. Guys, the prototype was leading us the entire time. Just.
Yeah.
But the prototype never harms us fully.
Mm-hmm.
So, question is, who are we? What are we in the game? Who are we playing as in the game? Because now that we have this huge realization, right? Now that we finally iced the situation, who are we in the game? So we're gonna look at some conspiracy theories of who they think we are in the game. So we're known to be as an employee.
Yes.
And the playtime butcher by the toys of the labs. There is a theory that 𝕬𝕚 is the identity of the player. Yeah, I'm shaking right now. This would explain why the player was welcomed back to play care in the nightmare sequence. this could be disproven in Chapter 4, Safe Haven, as Harley does not recognize them. And yes, Poppy is Elliot's daughter. But why is Elliot going after his own daughter? Is it because Elliot's father taught him to go after every single one? Or is it because Elliot never gets to meet his daughter? And then finally gets to meet her? So, if that's the case, why is Lily Lovebraids mocking Poppy and attacking Poppy for wanting to be around the prototype? She is desperate and tried to gain the prototype's favor, that she tried to cover up a glass window she broke out of rage, and is even deeply jealous. The Poppy playtime is the prototype's most favorite, despite her constant opposition.
So she is jealously of the prototype do something that he does while she's still in the playhouse.
Keep in mind, y'all, this is his own daughter. Does this mean that Lily Lovebraids has been working with the prototype? Well, we already knew that, but like, is there more to it? Who is Lily Lovebraids to the prototype? See, even other people are looking this stuff up. So, before we can do that, how did Gracie turn into Lily Lovebraids? So, you guys ready for some reading?
Yep.
Oh, it's a video.
More interesting facts. Because why not?
So, I'm just gonna tell you guys this story myself. So, during the time of one of the tapes, well, while all the tapes are done, the toys start to turn on her for what she had done, turning them into toys. Now, did Doey become one of those toys? Well, when Doey did what he did and told his mother to back away and was saying, like, they lie, the voices lie, I think Doey was one of the ones that was watching the tape before Lily Lovebraids was even introduced.
Well, the voices that Doey talking about is those other two kids that they're fused together.
Yeah, but every single one that starts, like, gets started, has to watch a video. Every single kid. Like you saw, Huggy Wuggy had to watch a video. All of them have to watch a video. So basically, the story around Lily Lovebraids is that Lily Lovebraids is Miss Gracie, which Miss Gracie is something. she's a huge manipulator, and tells the children, you could be soft. You know, it's basically throw away their own skin, and saying, feel how was it she said it? Hey Jake, how was it that she said it? She said, instead of feeling all disgusting and what was it she said? I don't know what you mean by two. What was it that she said again? What was it Lily Lovebird said again? Something about organs and stuff.
Oh.
Yeah, she said something about like organs and stuff, and like instead of feeling like your skin's like clammy all the time and all that, you could have soft skin. You could have soft fur. Like you could have fur instead.
Yeah. Possibly.
And she was saying stuff like you could have more sleep, you wouldn't have to worry about anything. And then she had the children name things, I think it was 10 things that they didn't like or they didn't have to worry about. And what happened to Miss Gracie is right after all of that, telling Huggy Wuggy to put the kids in the bad toy box, which are the little toys during the dancing thing.
Yeah.
Is the bad toy box is either the prototype comes gets them, right? Or you never see those toys again. Or like you saw in chapter 3, they're just laying, not even moving. Yeah, Shredder is what I meant. Yeah, I know it's either it's either a Shredder, which is what probably happened to those plushies. Do you remember me? I don't fully remember. Yes, she would say stuff like it's the bad toy box for you is what Lily Lovebirds would say. So what happened to Miss Gracie? Miss Grace. We get it, it's a Shredder. But what happened to her as well? She was in the office room. I don't know if it was her office.
Yeah.
The toys that she manipulated turned against her and started snapping. And you'd hear a tape played of it.
Yeah.
And then they grab her and yes, Miss Gracie's Lily. And then they grab her and they get rid of her. As in and dispose of her. And that's what happened to Miss Gracie. Or as I say, Miss Grace. So does Huggy Wuggy come back?
Possible.
During chapter 2, do you feel like Mommy Longlegs deserved that? Or do you feel like it could have been settled in a better way?
That's
I already did my gaming. I'm not gaming right now. I am asking my best friend questions, and we are answering our own questions about puppy playtime throughout each chapter. Now there's a prototype we have to go back through.
she's not trying to kill us. She's trying to help us.
She know we
Kind
will.
of, but she kind of put us in danger by the
It's
train.
not everyone. She gave us the key to the train.
Yes. Yes.
Now, situation
But the train,
in the game is if you don't press the thing, she actually grabs you. So why did we get rid of her? We'll never know. Does the player we're playing as just have no remorse?
Yeah.
But who are we as the player? That's the situation everyone's trying to figure out.
Here's the thing. During the train, Poppy say something that she'll not let us get out of the building.
That's my
so
best
she
friend.
pulled the other ways and put us in danger from the train. Well, we cannot break the train thing.
Yeah. And then you guys notice during the train that was flipped over that you see, right? The train that was flipped over, chapter 3, that you see?
Yeah.
Is it the same train as chapter 5?
Could be.
So the train
was damaged.
there basically does harm children.
Where
Mother
it shows as a yellow.
one mother, we were a employee that survived, but we show as a yellow, for real.
Well, basically, that person saying that we were a toy.
But if we're a toy the whole time, how are we holding the grappler?
So remember that the toys can have hands.
But when you see people draw the player, we're like a yellow character with a face and holding the grappler gun.
Yeah.
Who answers today about what the player is?
We will get to the gameplay later. We just answered the questions about the game.
Yes, because now that the prototype's there, now we're going through and helping you guys. Actually,
Yeah.
get your guys' answers. We are an unnamed retired employee of a toy making company named Playtime Co. Well, we already knew that.
Yeah.
Who returns to the company's toy factory after its staff mysteriously disappeared a decade later, which is where they all went to a certain location that we don't know of.
Yeah.
Did the prototype turn the player into a toy? Now, if anyone has this question, I will gladly this thing. Did the prototype turn us into a toy at the end of Puppy Playtime Chapter 5? After stabbing Huggy... Can't spell. Okay. After stabbing Huggy Wuggy... They spelled Wuggy as WOCKY. And Kissy Missy stabs us. Kissy Missy didn't stab us.
Like what?
He then puts us into poppy goo that'll be seen throughout the game. The gel is used to revive humans and infuse their organs with toy body parts. So we survive every encounter. But as you notice, Huggy Wuggy wants us harmed. 𝕬𝕦𝕚 wants us harmed.
Yeah.
Yeah, the prototype does stab us. And drags us into the poppy goo, which brings you back to life. But the insides of us, we feel like a toy.
Yeah.
But we're probably not a toy that's covered in fur.
Who knows?
True. True. Could Doey beat the prototype? Doey's very strong.
Mm-hmm.
Let's read it. I just came across like one of these like people who ask questions. Someone asked, could Doey be prototype?
Yeah.
Throughout the player's odyssey, Doey has proven himself to be one of the most dangerous experiments as his polymorphic physiology makes him extremely strong. And he has 3 sides of him.
Yeah.
Flexible and virtually non-vulnerable. I've never had that first word before. Invulnerable. He effortlessly killed Pianosaurus and even held off the prototype.
Yes.
So, could Doey beat the prototype? Probably.
Wait, can Dobby what?
Beat the prototype?
He can beat the prototype if there was not a trap for Doey.
If Doey was still alive, y'all. If Doey was still alive.
Yes. Because Doey had potential to defeat the prototype, but since the Doey weakness, that's basically telling us we did his dirty work for him, and then the prototype don't have to worry about it.
We're basically working with the prototype.
Yes. That basically puts us, the villains, as well.
Which means that the player is most likely within the Ludwig family.
Yes.
Now, female or male, we don't know.
To who?
Like the player being a female or a male.
Possibly.
I think the player is a male.
We don't know. Here's the thing. We don't know the player can talk. Because if you see the original player-based model, there's no face, there's no fingers, all that. We're just a endless toy.
So this is what they think player as, just a yellow like figure. Because we don't know what we are.
We're just a yellow, motionless figures.
Is a player part of the Ludwig family. So Elliot Ludwig is connected to the player.
Yeah.
That's concerning.
Yes.
Why is Elliot Ludwig's face blurred? They don't know why his face is blurred. I don't know why they give you guys that whole thing of this is why, and they don't give you a reason.
Yeah.
They don't know why Elliot Ludwig's face is blurred. The whole story ends up being in Elliot's head. Is everything in Elliot's head? In the series finale, the biggest twist reveals that the Elliot viewers followed all along is not the original Elliot Alderson, but an Aller known as the Mastermind. He was created to protect the real Elliot from trauma. The entire narrative, his war against 𝕒𝕚𝕚𝕪. So, did Elliot ever deal with trauma?
Trump.
We don't know.
Who knows?
Really, y'all? Who is the OEA cat?
Who's playing that?
No, I look up Poppy Playtime and one of the people asked, who is the OEA cat?
I don't know.
Who is Experiment 814 in Poppy Playtime? Y'all could be asking these questions.
Or myself.
Elliot Ludwig. Why is Freddy's face burnt?
Freddy.
Huh.
Freddy Fazbear?
I don't know.
Or that's wrong.
Yeah, Freddy Fazbear. Yo, we're looking at Poppy now. We're getting into FNAF now? What? So based on that, saying Elliot Ludwig is connected to the player, we are more than likely part of the Ludwig family, which is why we haven't been harmed. So why did the prototype stab us just to turn us into a boy?
Don't know.
So we're gonna find that out. Why did the prototype stab the player, aka us? Also, that's not very nice. Oh yeah, and why did you stab Huggy Wuggy? I mean, yeah, he was chasing us, but come on, man. The prototype kills the player. Yeah, we know. We know we're dead.
But we need reincarnations, though.
Why did the prototype not kill Poppy? Poppy lamented how she could be the leader the other toys needed her to be, and pleaded with the prototype to let the orphans go, telling him that if he killed her, he would be fighting the toys for years. But her face, her
face cracked.
Crack. Yeah, correct.
Or broken, if some people were to think about those dirty minings.
You'll be greeted by a cheerful bunch from Playtime Co. If you call that number. Don't call that number. Tell them not to do it.
Call their numbers. Or, let's say, Huggy Wuggy would hug you and squeeze in your head pop.
No, that's Doey's number. Don't call Doey's number. Is Poppy Playtime okay for 7-year-olds, guys? It's not.
Definitely not.
It's not okay. Yes, the prototype stabbed us. Yes, not nice. Chapter 6, the playback chapter.
Possibly.
Or are we siding with the prototype and attacking Poppy this time? Which one is it? Also, apparently you can save Lily Love Braids. I've seen videos of it, but apparently at least so I'm told. But guys, try it yourself. See if you can actually save her.
Lily, the purple hair one?
Yeah, see if you guys can actually save her. Apparently in chapter 6, her brother, Rory Redcape, to bring her back. But apparently in chapter 5, to the point in chapter 6, he isn't able to do it in time, and the prototype gets her, and they say that you will see either her hair on the prototype in chapter 6. Now, these are all conspiracies, and they're not bad conspiracies.
Or it could be a fan art, and we might not know in the future.
Saved us. But why would he harm us just to save us?
Don't know.
Why would the prototype harm us just to save us, guys?
Not sure why would he save us. Rather, he oofed us.
So a lot of people are like, was it real or a nightmare? Like, were we dreaming when this happened? Or was it real?
Possibly. Could be a dream to not realize it could be a reality that we didn't know about. If that makes sense.
Because if the player can move in the game, aka us, can move in the game. then how would it be a dream?
I don't know.
People are saying the prototype is not evil, but yet it stabbed Huggy Wuggy.
It's not what?
People are saying the prototype is not evil, yet it stabbed Huggy Wuggy.
Is there a reason why would they think the prototype is not a villain?
Maybe people don't like Huggy Wuggy? I don't know. Wait, hold up. Kill Kissy Missy. The prototype didn't kill Kissy Missy?
No, all we know about they saying like they knock out Kissy Missy to the ground. Let's see what they did.
The prototype could have attacked Kissy in order to force Poppy to stand down or possibly to lure Poppy in so he could capture her. So he can't kill the Kissy Missy can't die. Because the prototype has to keep using Kissy Missy. So she will only be harmed, but not killed.
So the prototype two step ahead, because think about it. If the prototype kill it right now, it would be far more easier for him to do, while Dowie could attack the prototype. But he chose to wait to get rid of Dowie, and it's a chance to get.
So in this situation, I did my own research. So for Huggy Wuggy and people asking why was he attacked and harmed very, Huggy Wuggy's actually working with the prototype.
Yes.
Now, was Huggy Wuggy working with the prototypes in chapter 1? More than likely. But we wouldn't, would we?
Yeah.
Because what if Huggy Wuggy was just out of it? Because in chapter 5, Huggy Wuggy chases us more than he would in chapter 1.
Because Huggy Wuggy wants his revenge against us, because we did knock him out in the bridge.
Or because we're a part of the Ludwig family and we don't know it.
Could be.
Does this mean that this whole thing that we see is a dream to us, more of a nightmare, but we don't remember?
I believe so.
Like, are we being tested?
Or are we being manipulated by other toys, employees, and others?
In this entire situation of all the chapters, we have to eliminate at least 1 or 2 or 3. In every chapter, 1's eliminated. Even the good characters that help us are eliminated.
Yeah.
But are we the ones that are doing the elimination? Or is it that we're thinking that we're doing the elimination?
Could be the opposite.
Because we survived chapter 1, 2, 3, and 4 without dying. Like fully dying. And then get reincarnated in chapter 5. how did we survive all 4 chapters? And then you get reincarnated in chapter.
That is a good question.
It's like, now that we think about it, if we really think, we could end up answering the question for them with our own questions that we've had.
Yeah.
So we look back at chapter 1, 2, 3, and 4. The third one being the hardest one.
Uh-huh.
Because of the red smoke and the mask and kidnap and all that.
Yeah.
That one's the hardest chapter. Because Catnap is big. Very tall. And player, you're not that tall.
Joey in his monster form.
Yeah. But
Or the prototype.
Agreed. But how did we survive all the chapters without? So my conspiracy, I think we're being tested on how strong we are at quick thinking and getting rid of things.
Or our body as a player could be made of a, what's the word? Rubber. Because think about it, rubber could be like a thing, and if it could apply more force, it would bounce up.
We're either extremely athletic, or we did die, but we didn't fully die.
Who knows?
So we're going to answer some of these questions that we have asked each other. Which one should we start with first?
Honestly, I'm down for any other questions.
So, the rubber thing, more than likely, and the being harmed but not dying, more than likely.
Yeah.
And then, why is the prototype attacking us? We already went that one. And, what were the other questions I asked?
No clue.
Oh yeah, the why haven't we been extremely harmed until chapter 5?
Yeah.
Because chapter 5 is the prototype's comeback, meaning Huggy Wuggy feels more. I think the thing is, if Huggy Wuggy doesn't do what's told, Huggy Wuggy could get extremely harmed, and Kissy Missy could be extremely more harmed.
Yeah.
I think that's the situation of what's going to happen, and that's why Huggy Wuggy had more chase scenes, more attacking things, more chances. And I think Huggy Wuggy is last chance. We may not end up seeing Huggy Wuggy again.
Yeah. I'll go to the bathroom.
And then for Lily Lovebraids, there's a chance we might see her, there's a chance we might not see her. Does anyone else have any questions about chapter 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5? Especially about chapter 5, since chapter 5 is the new ones. Yes. But yeah, chapter 5 is a new beginning for the player. It's a new chance. It's time for the player to get their comeback. I think the player's a guy. Mainly because, don't get me wrong, women can be extremely reflexive too. But the amount of hits and fallen that's been taken and haven't been harmed, more than likely the player has to be a guy. And I think the player is part of the Ludwig family because we were reincarnated by the prototype and we're linked to the prototype in some way. Back. But yeah, guys, I think in my, don't get me wrong, I could be wrong. I think in my conspiracy, right? Hold up. Let me get back to your screen. Let me stop screaming for a minute. It glitched. I'm not showing anything. We're just explaining our own conspiracies now. Anyways, in my conspiracy, I think we are part of the Ludwig family. Not Elliot, but I think we are part of the Ludwig family. As far as the ℚ𝕠𝕚𝕚𝕪 thing, can we get saved by ℚ𝕠𝕚𝕚𝕪? We don't know for sure.
Now, the real question is the player is any blood related to any of them?
Yes, we are looking that up right now. Is the player blood related to any of them? What is the backstory of the player in Poppy Playtime? At some point in time, the player was hired by Playtime Co. when the company was active. However, the responsibilities and nature of their tenure are unknown. On August 8th, 1995, the player did not show up for work due to feeling ill, according to an unused synopsis for Chapter 1.
Interesting.
Did the prototype turn the player into the toy? Yeah. Okay, why did Catnap turn evil? That's a good question. Okay. Originally an orphan from the company's play care orphanage, Theodore was experimented on as part of the Bigger Bodies initiative after surviving a near fatal accident, thus turning him into who he is today. Poor Catnap. Right. Is Mr. Light a dollar human? I see why people would ask this, because when you look at Mr. Light, she kind of looks like a human, right?
Yeah.
Because she's tall. So is she a dollar human? She is a damaged doll with tanned skin, messy golden hair, with a red bow, thin eyebrows, black eyes, red cheeks, and then missing her nose and upper lip, exposing her flesh and teeth. So then, in this situation of everything, of all the chapters, do you feel like us as the player feels remorse, or do you think we're skipping through the halls and doing what we want to do? What do you think? Do you think us as the player feels remorse, or do you think we're just doing what we want to do and just thinking it's right, but it's not right?
Could be.
So I'm gonna mute my live and I'm gonna pull up some videos that we're gonna watch, but I'm gonna have the volume down on them unless it's talking. But I'll do the talking for them. If that makes sense. So there's no sound. Just letting you guys know. So in this situation, you see little girl, little boy, father. So that's Elliot. Why is Elliot's face hidden? Either Elliot decided to do that himself, or Elliot just doesn't want to be shown. You guys are going to ask if we are Elliot.
Yeah.
Could we be? Could we be? If that's which one is Oliver? Which one's Ollie's this one, right? Ollie's the father. Yeah. So Ollie's this one. This one, Elliot. You got Poppy. You can tell based on the hair that this is Poppy. But who's the little boy? Who's the little boy?
Who is?
Oh, I don't like share my screen. Ah! I almost lost it again. Do application. Yeah, here. Who's the little boy? So you have Ollie. You have Poppy. So who's the little boy?
No idea.
The little boy Elliot?
I think.
So we have Oliver and Elliot Ludwig's past hate. Is this gonna get copyright? As long as it's not music, right?
Did you say something?
Is there music in this? Is there music playing in this? How do you figure out there's music playing in this?
I'm not sure.
Did you say?
Or is that the game music? Here, I'm gonna pause my... I'm gonna mute my mic on here, guys. I'm gonna see if this is a game music or someone else's music. No, I'm screen sharing. So you're gonna read one of the... Which one are you gonna read? Elliot or
Read Elliot.
Oliver? Okay, read Elliot.
Did you say something? If you want to talk. Wait.
If you want to talk, I'm here.
Yeah. I don't pretend to know how you're feeling, but
This was about her.
what do you mean? No, Ollie.
It was never about me. Never about my better place. It was for her.
No, but oh, my boy.
You don't get to call me that. Ollie's gone and I'm a test run, a prototype. When you get her back, you'll pick up a hammer just like him, just like they did.
Apparently my stomach is upsetting, so I'll be right back.
Okay, do I just continue reading for them? Nothing can make things go back to how they used to be, but we could be a family if you want. And for what it's worth, I think you and her would get along really well. And as for your name, I can call you whatever you like. When can I meet her? Soon. I hope. Very soon. Talking about Poppy. So that's Poppy's brother. Well, and I asked, when can I meet her? Is this how? It better not.
Oliver? If you want... Did you say something? Oliver? If you want to talk, I'm here. I don't pretend to know how you're feeling, but it was always about her. What do you mean? No, no. Ollie. It was never about me. About my better place. It was for her. She's all you talk about. My boy. You don't get to call me that. Ollie's gone and I'm desperate. The prototype. You know that young ℕ𝕚 just like that. Nothing can make things go back to how they used to be, but we could be a family if you want. And for what it's worth, I think you and her would get along really well. You can call me whatever you like. Soon. I hope. Very soon.
It was never about a better place. So, in that moment, I'm going to explain to you. So the father's in the room. And the little boy, the one that got turned into the prototype, was already the prototype, as you heard, based on the voice. Father was talking to a little boy, saying he could meet her again, talking about Poppy, which is and he wanted to know when he could see her again. He said soon, very soon. So does the prototype of a family we're about to see, does the prototype have a family? The prototype took the orphans to the lab. Who killed Kissy Missy, the prototype? Adults can be considered orphans too, so after 18, adults are still considered orphans. At the end of chapter 4, Kissy loses her right arm after grabbing the player in an attempt to save them from falling into a large pit. Aside from the bigger body version, there are also miniature versions of Kissy residing in the safe heaven. No one likes the hour joy. Who had the saddest death in Poppy Playtime? I think all of them. Pianosaurus had the saddest one. Dog Day had the saddest one. A lot of people say Lily Love Braids did. Huggy Wuggy. I think all of them did. Catnip had a pretty sad one too. Joey had a pretty sad one as well. Kissy Missy had sad. I think this is what his face actually looks like. Is Elliot Ludwig pure evil? What makes him pure evil? Obsessed with creating the perfect toy, he tortured and turned all his employees into toys, totaling over dozens, if not hundreds, of employees into robots, tapping them in fates worse than death. We see it turn psychotic and vengeful. So, based on the reading, is Elliot Ludwig pure evil? We see that we're actually his employee.
Yeah.
Because it says turning his employees into toys, and we got turned into a toy. So we're not part of the family. We're an employee that works there. But do we have our own family? We don't know. Can you read the chat while I try to figure out if
Yeah, I can
the
do that.
player in Poppy Playtime have a family or had a family?
Let's see. Rest in peace, my grandma. She got hit by Suga Kaboom. RP for your grandma. That bombing.
That was loud. Okay, I find your presence intrusive after all. Can we get this stuff off my screen?
So do we have to like pay premium website?
No, it's just showing the extra stuff in the corner. Okay, so I find your presence intrusive. This must be the doctor talking. After all this time you return, you come in here and you kill a murder. You pillage and destroy. Your presence was demanded 2 years ago and you didn't show up. 8/8/1995. You were supposed to be here. Why weren't you here? You missed the event. You missed the meeting. You missed the party. You have no right to be here. The unnamed news reporter to the player in their nightmare. It sounds like the doctor's voice.
Yeah.
The player, also known as the employee and the playtime butcher by the toys of the labs, is the main protagonist of Poppy Playtime. They are an unnamed ex-employee of Poppy of Place ℙ𝕠𝕡𝕡𝕪, who revisits the abandoned factory a decade later to search for the company's missing staff after receiving an unexpected alert from an unknown sender. There's a lot. Okay, we got the backstory. You want to go to the backstory? Should we read, like, we have appearance, we have personality, we have backstory. Which do you guys want? Which one do you want me to read? Well, it's clear the player is a human. Hello. Their physical appearance is never seen in-game, and any surfaces that would reflect their appearance instead show their grab pack and a white orb, which is the light coming from their flashlight. The player is represented in-game by a faceless yellow mannequin with a spherical head. Sorry, you caught me off guard.
Sorry.
As it's all good, as seen in the grab pack training, VHS tapes, and in-game posters. However, even though their appearance isn't shown in-game, it can still be concluded that the player may have taken a similar appearance to that of a resource extraction specialist. In case you don't know what that is, resource extraction specialist.
Yeah.
Can you explain to them what that is?
About what?
A resource extraction specialist.
To be honest, I'm not sure. How would I describe it?
It says you need to collect toy parts to make a giant toy, get that giant toy on the train, then leave.
It's like a Lego, but a different type of material.
Referred to as survivors prior to Phase 3 are the main protagonists of Project Playtime. Specialists act as one of two parties to choose from during gameplay. Their role is to collect 6 toy parts in a round without being eliminated. Out of the 7 players, 6 players will be specialists, while the other becomes the monster. A specialist also appears as a minor character in a memory during Chapter 5. So basically, they go through collect stuff.
Yeah.
Developer storyboards for Chapter 3, Deep Sleep. Did you hear that? That was a loud knuckle pop, y'all.
Yeah. Wait, allowed what?
The knuckle popping. Did you hear it? That's on.
Oh, wow.
That was on point. Portray the player as someone wearing a similar protective suit that the specialists wear. Additionally, their storyboard design also portrays them wearing large boots and having the grab pack attached to their back. Even when the player's grab pack is pulling a heavy object, they can still move around with ease. During the event chase in Chapter 1, A Tight Squeeze, they are shown to be agile in their movements, being able to turn around corners, enter lower parts of the vents, and even run quickly while still holding the grab pack, which could imply that the player is relatively fit. exercises regularly. The player, this is the personality. The player is a determined individual who revisits the factory where the company's staff mysteriously disappeared a decade ago. As in, they left on their own. But no one knows where they went. And continues to see their journey through. Or, they kind of lost their life. Their determination appears to stem from atonement or guilt from playtime co's crimes. They are very intelligent and optimistic. What do you think of this so far? Opportunistic. As they effectively utilize the environment to their advantage, whether it is for traversal purpose, solving puzzles, or fighting back against monsters. The player's flight or fight instinct is more inclined to flight rather than fight. Often monsters only fighting back when concerned and given a chance, as you've seen in chapter 2. The welcome to playtime tape, which the player envisions during a nightmare, heavily suggests that the player seems to feel guilty for their past actions at the company, or they seem to be suffering from survivor's guilt from the mass disappearance of their own co-workers, seemingly being part of the reason why they finally revisit the factory in said nightmare. There are also various messages that can be found, such as guilt haunts you, or nowhere is more haunted than the mind, which only further backs this up. Or in chapter 3, when you see on the stuff on the floor. Alright, backstory. At some point in time, the player was hired by Playtime Co. when the company was active. However, the responsibilities and nature of their tenure are unknown. Right? On August 8th, 1995, the player did not show up for work due to feeling ill, according to an unused... Can you say that word? Because I can't. Synopsis? Is that how you say it? Synopsis? For chapter 1. This source also claims that upon arriving at the factory, the next day, they saw military vehicles guarding the building, as everyone inside had disappeared. Following that day, they seemingly did not attempt to search for or contact other employees in the factory. Instead, they avoided the abandoned factory for a decade. Chapter 1, A Tight Squeeze. Going to click this. Can we not click it? How do I let them see it better? Do I have to move my phone up so they can?
Yeah.
So this is the letter that you see with the flower and the VHS tape. Now, who's giving us this? We don't know. That means that there's still some employees that are still there. They're just hiding somewhere. Chapter 1, A Tight Squeeze. In the year 2005, The player receives unexpected mail at their home. Inside is a letter along with a VHS tape, which is tampered with a version of the vintage Poppy commercial. There. You can see the full screen right there. It shows you.
I just for that second.
Should I like click it to full screen it so I can see it?
Yeah.
Here. I think you can see it better. So you have the VHS tape. So here's the VHS tape. And then, can I full screen it? Yeah. I'm trying to full screen it. There you go. Okay. So there's the VHS tape. Vintage Poppy commercial. There's the letter. But we can't see the letter very well.
Mm-hmm.
How do we see the letter better? One disappear where we can't see the letter very well. I wish we could.
I mean, for those play PlayStation 4, tomorrow the server gonna shut down.
Yikes.
Yeah. I mean, I own one PS4, but I'm gonna miss that OG's
Yeah.
console.
I'm gonna continue reading to them and show them the letter. I can like look it up for them. Okay. Where did I leave off at? The vintage Poppy commercial. Despite the unusual and almost childlike misspelling seen on the letter, it claims that the missing employees are still here. So if this is written by a child, what child is telling the employee they're still here? It could be Ollie.
Yeah.
After reading the letter and watching the VHS tape, the player finally decides to return to the factory to search for the company's missing staff, following the letter's instructions to reaching the poppy flower to do so. The player enters the factory through the doors at the main entrance. There they unlock the security office. There, after playing a blue VHS tape, they obtain a revolutionary and invaluable grab pack. Once the player takes the grab pack, which currently only has one arm, hint, they use Huggy Wuggy. The player sees a door on the left that is protected by the blue hand grab pack sensor. However, the power cuts out upon scanning. Okay, do I need to read the rest of this? Because it's pretty much just talking about the game. And then it tells you where. Okay. Now we're in the next part. Okay. Wakes up and they find that Poppy has fled from her case. However, when they try to exit the area, they find the entrance of the room blocked, prompting them to find another way out. Eventually, they find a white a door behind a closet. In it, the player discovers that the factory is much larger than expected as they find themselves in a large hallway. After transferring through the hallway and swinging over a hole in the ground using a they find a key for ℏ𝕠𝕡𝕪 office. So apparently that office that we were in chapter 2, guys, is ℏ𝕠𝕠𝕪's office, but we didn't know. So that's a hint that we're an employee to ℏ𝕠𝕠𝕪. Or are we? Are we, Elliot? I don't think we are. Because if we could hear the ℏ𝕠𝕠𝕪s talking on a tape, there's no way we'd be, you know?
Yep.
And then it tells you the rest of the stuff you need to do. After the train crash, the player wakes up and is thrown down into a trash compactor by a cat-like experiment named catnip. After escaping, the player makes through a series of maintenance tunnels and rooms before hearing a telephone ringing in the distance during the process of escaping. It tells you about the game. After hearing Missy screams, brings the player down to loading bay, landing alone to rescue Kissy. Following her departure, the player makes their way through the depths of Playtime Co. Shortly later, the player comes across a massive underground prison near a graveyard. Yay. Over an unempowered train. Transported captive bigger bodies, conveniently leading right into the prison. So that's where they take the thing, right?
Yeah.
Lovely. After the player reaches the labs and is met with a vengeful Huggy Wuggy, they run from Huggy throughout the facility. After fleeing from Huggy, the player manages to reach the depths of the labs. Along the corridors, the player encounters Huggy once again, subsequently to flee inside an elevator. So, based on the sleeping part, we're 100% a human, right? Human sleep. We have identity theories. Okay, we have in general. It's theorized the person talking to the player in some of the death screams is the prototype, as the words are used by the monster narrator in Project Playtime, who is believed to be 106. This is extremely unlikely, however, as even after being killed by the prototype in Chapter 5, the death scene still says to get up. During the hallucination inside Home Sweet Home, the player can see an office through a window with the message "Guilt haunts you" above the desk. It's speculated this was the player's workstation at Playtime Co. Okay, guys, so keep that in mind. The player is believed to be a protagonist of all the ARGs. In the Chapter 2 Virtual Leak ARG, they are assumed to be the one sleuthing through the security systems. They'll be reading, right?
Mhm.
And the Project Playtime ARG. I don't know what ARG stands for. You guys let me know what ARG stands for.
Yeah.
This is what it looks like. I think ARG is like a computer thing. Because it looks computer-like. I could be wrong. They're thought to be the one sifting through Rowan Stoll's. That's what they look like. Server for information. And the Chapter 3 interactable ARG. I think that's what they called the TV. The unknown writers of the emails unleash peers. Computers say the line, "You are perfect for this." That Poppy also uses towards the player. In Chapter 4, Ice Pick ARG. Maybe it's like a form of game. They are thought to be one of the users exchanging emails with Sawyer. In the Chapter 5, another ARG, like reputable. They are thought to be one of the users exchanging messages with seeing reason. What's his real name again? The article or a part of it has not been given an official canon name, therefore. Okay. Since the release of the first chapter, many theories towards the player's identity have been put forward to varying degrees of plausibility. Almost nothing is known about the player, but it's made very clear that they once worked at Playtime Co., and it's speculated that the player didn't just return to the company to find the employees, but to atone for their sins after doing something bad at the factory, though most other details have been kept secretive. Should I read this? This looks interesting. This theory suggests the letters on the unknown fifth tube slide and the senior staff spell a name for the player, making them the head of the production and a higher up in the factory. Using these letters, a presumed name for the player is Jamie B. Honey. Although the extra A was replaced with an E, so it would actually make it Jamie B. Honey. Another name that has been speculated is J. Bowen. Bowman. However, this is unlikely, as this is never mentioned again, and the head of production did not appear in the orientation notebook. Though Harley Sawyer, the head of special projects, also didn't have his own entry in the orientation notebook either, something specifically called out by Preston Willard. Oh, that's a little scary, isn't it? The theory suggests that the player might be ℎ𝕠𝕠𝕡𝕠𝕠𝕠. This is in part due to the fact that he openly expresses concern for the children's well-being and questions their living situation, and partly because his fate is not made clear. Instead, his experiences within the company are slowly expounded upon throughout each chapter. Rich became the head of shipping, so he was important in Playtime Co., but he likely did not meet Harley Sawyer until the events of Chapter 4, Safe Haven. If he indeed is the player, as their jobs did not cross over, doctors' unfamiliarity. Additionally, people find it odd that Rich is mentioned almost everywhere in the franchise, leading many people to believe that he is an important character in the lore. Harley specifically asks the player, "Was there someone you loved here? Someone you lost?" Rich was on very good terms with most other employees, but not notably so with Avery. With correspondence. With after his promotion and kid who he protected from punishment, it's likely Rich went looking for either of these individuals and others. This theory suggests that the player is Edward Eddie M.N. Ritterman. In Chapter 5, Broken Things, it's revealed he had a reason to not be at the factory when the ℕ𝕠𝕡 took place, due to him inspecting the park's renovations. Eddie told Pierre he would be gone from the 7th to the 12th of August 1995. However, one contraction to the theory is that Harley Sawyer clearly states he did not recognize the player, and as Eddie was one of the executives in the company, Sawyer would have seen and even interacted with him. That said, is stated, is the orientation notebook that Eddie often kept to himself, meaning he and Sawyer may not have seen each other that often. Another contradiction is that due to having Kennedy's disease, he couldn't be as fit and agile as the player seems to be, and the toys on Poppy's side wouldn't trust the player if they were Eddie, as he was part of the bigger Bodies initiative. This theory suggests that the player is actually Kid. While being a minor character in the lore, people believe that he will be important later on. A piece of evidence shows that Kid was on very good terms with ℎ𝕠𝕠𝕡𝕠𝕠. If Kid doesn't show up in the Hour of Joy and the letter inviting him back to the factory, he might have went looking for Rich. There's some more stuff there. If the player is killed by an experiment, one of multiple death scenes will appear, followed by a white or red screen. Before they respawn at the last autosave point, goes in at random. When they die and are not planned to appear in a certain order. Chapter 1 Death Scenes. Don't die just yet, get up. Isn't he wonderful? More lives are at risk than just yours, get up. It's not your time, get up. Death isn't permanent, get up. It's too early to die, get up. I need you alive, get up. Don't let them inside, get up. Innovation is key, thank you, science. ℕ𝕠𝕡𝕡𝕪 secret death message. See when ℙ𝕠𝕠𝕡𝕡𝕪 too much. Nobody is here by choice, get up. This is chapter 2. You can take it, get up. You can't die. You can die later, get up. This isn't about you, get up. We're almost there, get up. No one's coming to save you, get up. I still have plans for you, get up. We're just getting started, get up. There are fates worse than death, get up. Don't let them near you, get up. It's not over, get up. I never said it would be easy, get up. The prototype has saved us, isn't he wonderful? Innovation is key. May we forget death. He is loose. This is an emergency lockdown. Get up. Yo, this is like someone's talking to someone. Chapter 3 Death Scenes. Your rest is over, get up. Don't be selfish, get up. Burn this place to the ground, get up. We need revenge, get up. I won't wait for you, get up. It's time to harvest. The body is still fresh. Bow to the prototype, isn't he wonderful? We're going to miss our window, get up. You don't have to die, get up. Innovation is key. We are born anew. Catnap is coming, get up. This research must stay buried. Nobody may leave. These souls deserve peace, get up. I said to keep moving, get up. You're wasting time, get up. Chapter 4. You're too perfect to lose, get up. This can only end in fire, get up. They're everything to me, get up. We need to make this right. We can't do this anymore, get up. We still need you, get up. We still need our revenge, get up. You're stronger than this, get up. Innovation is key, for we've torn apart. Innovation is key, follow the golden path. She doesn't know, I'll teach her. The prototype will free us, isn't he wonderful? They have escaped, survive at all cost. Is what she wants right? Are we less than the people we were? What choice is there? Bury it all. Don't leave us like this, get up. We are starving, get up. There isn't much time, get up. We're so close, get up. We need to make this right. I won't let it end like this, get up. My kingdom is forever, follow the golden path. My kingdom is forever, there all see. I think it's the prototype that's talking to us. I think it's Ollie. We still need you, get up. We're so close, get up. I won't let it end like this, get up. There isn't much time, get up. We need to make this right, get up. I'm sorry, but I can't let you leave, get up. You're stronger than this, get up. You're too perfect to lose, get up. We need our revenge, get up. This can only end in fire, get up. They are still hungry. They'll always be hungry. She doesn't know, I'll teach her. I can always see you, get up. You'll never leave this place. This fight is futile. My kingdom is forever, you'll all see. Innovation is key. Follow the golden path. He watches you. Death isn't the end. Is what she wants right? Are we less than the people we were? What choice is there? Bury it all. Find the orphans. They're all that's left. I'm so sorry, there's no escape now. We're almost to the end, get up. Is there something out there for us? Nobody leaves, that world isn't ours. Cast aside the old world, live like what you are. They can't have died for nothing, get up. I can be real for us, a better place. I can fix this, I can fix you. I can fix this, I can make you better. Yeah. So based on seeing all of that, Ollie's talking to us. I think Ollie's talking to us. Y'all let me know. Let me know. Let me know if I'm right or wrong. Guys, let me know. This is insane. I'm getting goosebumps just reading this. Yo, I'm getting goosebumps reading this for real. Do I end the live here? I mean, we've talked about the playtime, we talked about the playtime, we've talked. If there are any questions you have about chapter 5, feel free to ask. As far as being able to save Lily Love Braids, people have been telling me that's a mod. I don't know if that's real or not. I told you guys about Miss Gracie or Grace, either one. Is Poppy's Ludwig's daughter. Yeah. And the prototype's been looking for Poppy. Talked about 𝕠𝕚𝕚𝕚, just a survivor. Very important survivor. Talked about Mommy Longlegs. Okay. Minor characters. Minor characters are characters that vaguely appear throughout the Poppy Playtime franchise, not being expanded upon much, and having little to no information revealed about them. The sections in these section in which these characters appear on this article are based on what they debuted in. Though it won't change their place on the page, information on characters who later appeared in other sources will be present. Okay, so chapter 1, male presenter, female narrator, playtime children, male narrator, huggy jingle singer, interviewer. Chapter 2, mommy commercial kids, mommy commercial singers, mommy commercial narrator. 𝕒𝕦𝕚𝕚 documentary narrator. 𝕒𝕚𝕥𝕚 colleagues. Game tutorial tape narrator. Love dog. Jimmy's interviewer. Big spider manager. Matthew Wason. So this is chapter 1, chapter 2, now chapter 3, smelling critters, cartoon developers, Claire scientist, news reported, deceased child, supervisor, Joseph, Miss Brooks, last day children, Samuel Lee, Miss Delight's sisters, Rich's wife, emergency alert announcer, Mariah, Ashagan, Eduardo, Nate Carpenter, Lisa Votian, Ray Votian, Mr. Hartman, Mrs. Hartman. You got chapter 4. 𝕬𝕚 commercial kids, 𝕬𝕚 commercial singer, 𝕬𝕚 commercial announcer, 𝕬𝕚 commercial narrator, Susan Ayers, George Ayers, 𝕬𝕚 tourist, Norm, Nate, deceased shelf-keepers, Stanley, specialist 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, David, a friend, Safe Haven toys, Bruno, Cyril, Hornavach, Toy 1, Toy 2, Foreman of the Miss Pit, Scientist 1, Counselor Scientist 2, Cassie, Timmy, Danny, Kid, Rod, Foundation Operator, Scientist number 3. You go to 5. 5 has a lot. Okay. Wrong side, Outermost commercial, kids, narrator, singers, teddy bear, unknown sender, prototypes, hunters, North Gisler, unknown animal rider, Foggy, Gnat, Roach, Yiggy, Beach, Diz, Ziggy, Gabby, Tib, Gentle John, The Joyless, Unnamed Formal Rebel, Jimmy, Marketing Junior, Mom, Dad, Chloe Arkins, David Arkins, Julie Arkins, Adam Worthy, Dr. Michaels, Megan, Lewis Gomez, Ranger Todd Robertson, Unnamed Toy Roxy TT, Tamago, Turtle, Experiment 4, Experiment 8, Experiment 15, Gabby, Experiment 34. Project Playtime. Okay. Johnny, Maggie, and Bill, Unnamed Doctor, Unknown Entities, Kay, Shoppy, Rose, Cosmos, Princess, Everwinter, The Great Sir Playtime, Misfit Toys. And you have YouTube. Maintenance Employee, 1170, Treble Team, Unknown Writer, Synthetic Writer, Narrator, Pianosaurus, Singer, Narrator, Kids, Nightmare Critters, Commercial Narrator, Yarnaby Commercial Singer, Yarnaby Commercial Kids, Tour the Announcer, Preston's wife. What? For those of you who want to know more about this stuff, who are very intrigued on how I found this is literally this is the link to it. So the link is poppyplaytime.fandom.com. So poppy little line playtime.fandom.com. And then you'll find all this. I'm gonna end the live here. That was a lot. Good news. There's gonna be more stuff, and chapter 6, we'll see. We didn't answer those questions because we don't know chapter 6. So for most of the questions that I haven't answered that you guys are like, I want you to answer those questions that you asked. If I forget about them, just put them down here in the thing. And yeah. I also have a community tab for you guys to put stuff that you feel about Poppy Playtime, any questions or just anything. And yeah. Peace, y'all, and stay safe.